Hello students, we will study preparation of bases and properties of bases. Now for preparation of bases, these are the general methods. First method is direct combination. So for direct combination, we'll see that you all know activity series of metal. So from potassium to mercury, okay, so metals from potassium to mercury, they will react with oxygen to form metal oxides, right? So reaction of metals with oxygen to form metal oxides, and all these metal oxides are what? Bases. So what are we doing? We are studying preparation of bases. So here this metal, when it will react with oxygen, it will give metal oxide. So sodium reacts with oxygen to give sodium oxide, and sodium oxide is base. If we take magnesium, magnesium reacts with oxygen. You burn magnesium ribbon in the presence of air, or we say it's oxygen, you'll get metal oxide, that is magnesium oxide, okay, which is white ash. And both these metal oxides are what? Base, and we are calling it as basic oxides, and basic oxides are base, right? Action of water on soluble metallic oxide. Now here the metal oxides which are soluble in water will only form alkali, okay, they will only give you metal hydroxides. All the metal oxides will not dissolve, only the one which are soluble. So this, another example is of sodium. So these metal oxides are soluble in water and they form what? Alkali. So these soluble bases are known as alkali, right? Now action of cold water or steam on metals. Now see, again according to this activity series, potassium, sodium and calcium, these metals will react with cold water, okay, and they will liberate hydrogen and they will form alkali. So here for example, let us take example of potassium. When potassium reacts with cold water, and it reacts violently with cold water to form alkali. Similarly sodium also reacts violently with cold water to form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen, okay. Now next is metals, like here after calcium we have magnesium in the activity series. So magnesium, aluminum, zinc and iron, these metals they react with steam. They do not react with cold water, they react with steam to form metal oxides, and metal oxides are also base. Here alkalis are, these are also base, and we will say these metal oxides are also base. So suppose magnesium when reacts with steam, it will give metal oxide and hydrogen. Iron has very specific reaction. When iron reacts with steam, it shows reversible reaction and forms triferric tetraoxide, and hydrogen gas is liberated. And let us balance this, okay. So these are the reaction with steam. So these metal oxides and hydroxides are all bases. Now precipitation of metal hydroxides. Now precipitation reactions will say all metal hydroxides except potassium, sodium and ammonium hydroxides are insoluble in water. So aqueous solution of salts reacts with a strong base to precipitate the base, okay. So reacts with strong base and forms insoluble hydroxides. They will form insoluble base, or you can say insoluble hydroxides, and these are again base, right? So let us take example, say ferrous sulfate, which is soluble, reacts with sodium hydroxide, strong base, you can say alkali, and we get ferrous hydroxide, an insoluble base, or you can say a precipitate is formed. So what is the, see this is precipitation reaction, and what is the rule of precipitation reaction? Soluble plus soluble gives insoluble plus soluble. So here the salt should be in the form of solution, and a dirty green precipitate we are getting. Now zinc sulfate when reacts with sodium hydroxide, it gives zinc hydroxide, an insoluble base, okay, and it is a gelatinous white precipitate we will get, and we will get sodium sulfate, right? So this is gelatinous white precipitate, and here it is dirty green precipitate, dirty green color, and here it is gelatinous white. Thermal decomposition of carbonates and nitrates will also give us metal oxides, and which are also base. So nitrates of, let us take first carbonates. So here carbonates of metals from calcium to copper, okay, from calcium to copper in the activity series will give you metal oxides, and metal oxides are base. So calcium, carbonates of calcium to copper in the activity series. Okay, so carbonates of metals from calcium to copper in the activity series, they will give metal oxide and carbon dioxide. So calcium carbonate on decomposition gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide is base. Let us take copper carbonate on decomposition gives, copper oxide plus carbon dioxide. Now again, nitrates from calcium to copper in the activity series will give metal oxide and nitrogen dioxide. So let us take here, suppose we take calcium nitrate on decomposition gives you calcium oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. So nitrates will give you here nitrogen dioxide and oxygen gas, here carbon dioxide gas, right? Now to balance it, reddish brown gas, nitrogen dioxide gas we will see, and a carbon dioxide gas which liberates with a brisk effervescence and turns lime water milky. Now let us take another example here. We can take zinc nitrate, any calcium to copper, any metal nitrate we can decompose, so which will give metal oxide and nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Right? So all these metal oxides are base. So these are all the general methods to prepare base. Now let us study the properties of bases. Now in the properties of bases, all of you, nature of the base is what? Soapy to touch. So all bases are soapy to touch and bitter to taste. Now when we are talking about indicators, so we will see the color change, okay. So indicators, these are the indicators will tell us that by the color change that the solution is basic in nature, okay. So color change in basic medium, right. So the indicator here, if we use litmus solution, we will see it will turn red to blue in basic medium. If we are using the next indicator, say methyl orange turns orange to yellow if the medium is basic, orange to yellow. And if we are using phenolphthalein, then it turns colorless to pink. So these are the indicator test, right? Now chemical properties, all of you. So chemical properties of bases, alkalis absorb carbon dioxide from air. So alkalis, if we take KOH, the alkalis have the property they absorb carbon dioxide very easily and they form salt plus water. See, now alkalis are all base and carbon dioxide is acidic gas. So what is happening actually? Neutralization reaction, base plus acid, salt plus water. Now in this case, calcium hydroxide also reacts with, calcium hydroxide is basic in nature and carbon dioxide is acidic gas. So base plus acid, salt plus water, neutralization reaction is taking place and easily it absorbs. Now base is neutralizes acid, so now this neutralization reaction, a simple neutralization reaction, base plus acid, salt plus water, corresponding salt you will get. if you use another acid, any acid can be used, even nitric acid we can use. So it will give you corresponding salt plus water. You can use insoluble base also and another acid, let us say so cupric nitrate, you will get salt plus water. So base plus acid, salt plus water. So now to balance the reaction. Okay. Now next is alkali reacts with ammonium salt, and whenever any alkali reacts with ammonium salt, it will liberate ammonia gas. So here if we take alkali NaOH and ammonium salt, you can take ammonium chloride, carbonate, phosphate. Okay, so you are getting here corresponding salt plus water plus ammonia. Ammonia gas releases, which is again basic in nature, and when a rod dipped in HCl is brought near ammonia, dense white fumes of ammonium chloride are seen. So that is the test. So any ammonium salt if you use, when reacts with alkali, you get corresponding salt plus water plus ammonia gas. So ammonia gas releases always. Now to balance this, okay. Now here alkali precipitates insoluble metal hydroxide. So alkali reacts with certain metallic salt solution to precipitate, and it will give you insoluble hydroxides. Now for example here, if we take calcium chloride and if it reacts with sodium hydroxide, it will give us a milky white precipitate. So here if you will see this type of reaction we have done here also for preparation. See, we are preparing here metal hydroxide, and we will see here as an property this metal hydroxide is preparing an insoluble metal hydroxide, and this is milky white precipitate, milky white PPT, and all these are precipitation reaction, right? Next let us take ferric chloride. When reacts with NaOH, we will get reddish brown PPT ferric hydroxide, an insoluble hydroxide we are getting by this precipitation reaction, right? This is reddish brown PPT. And by the decomposition of this metal, insoluble metal hydroxide, we are getting metal oxide, and these metal oxides are also base again. So on decomposing this metal hydroxide, which are again base, we are getting a base metal oxide and plus water. So water vapor, if you want to test, white anhydrous copper sulfate turns blue. So that is the test of water vapor, right? So all these are the properties of bases, right? See here, when bases will react, what will happen, that we'll see. And here these are the methods. Thank you, students.